I want to thank you for joining me. So today I want to talk about grounding and balancing. A lot of us, especially at the time that I'm recording this video, we are currently as a country, as a world, going through this COVID-19 isolation, and a lot of us are feeling ungrounded, unbalanced, highly emotional. I know I'm highly emotional right now. So there's a couple things that I do to help me feel grounded. One thing that can really help is to be able to find a comfortable seat before you do this. If you've never done yoga before, a comfortable seat is often found in yoga, and there's several different ways that you can do that. You can cross your legs in front of you. You can cross them under you. You can come up like this, which might be a little more comfortable for some of the gentlemen who may be watching this. You can put a blanket in between your legs to find a more comfortable way to sit. If those don't work for you, you can just put one leg in front of the other, or you could try to get yourself into lotus pose or half lotus. So what you would do is just pick your foot up, and so this would be half lotus. In full lotus, you put one up, and then you pick up your other foot and put that right on top. You want to get it as close to the groin as possible. You can see that I'm not quite there yet in full lotus pose for myself. Typically I like to sit right here in Sukhasana. It's very comfortable for me. So another thing that I like to use to ground, and you may have these available and you may not, hopefully you know someone who does, is I like to use crystals. So right now I'm working with black tourmaline and rose quartz, just so that you can see that a little better. So black tourmaline is a very grounding, earthy stone. It helps repel negative energy. It helps to balance and ground you. I like to put it, well, I don't have pockets on, but if I have pockets, I like to put it right in my left pocket. When you put a stone on the left side of your body, that is your receiving side. And so if you are trying to receive the properties that that crystal has to offer, you can wear it on the left. If you're trying to give off the properties yourself of what a crystal has to offer, say with rose quartz, you know, rose quartz is a stone of self-love, of gentle love. It's a very powerful stone to work with if you're feeling emotional or sad. But for me personally, sometimes I have trouble putting what I'm feeling on the inside to the outside. Sometimes I can come off a little cold. I will put a rose quartz in my right pocket, or another stone that's a good heart chakra stone in my right pocket, just so that, you know, hopefully those feelings of what I'm really feeling on the inside, which is caring and concern and, you know, trying to help them do their best, it'll actually come out where they will experience it as well. So those are things I like to do. You can hold crystals to meditate with them. You can put it in your left hand, again, hold it in both hands, hold one in each hand, and just, you know, rest your hands on your knees if you're doing that. You can play with them, you know, get to know your crystals. If you are beginning to work with crystals and you get one for the first time, it can take your crystal a little while to get used to your energy, and vice versa. So everything has energy, and crystals are no different. So when you first get a crystal, you want to cleanse it either by running it through some sage smoke. Putting it out in the moonlight will help cleanse it. Certain crystals like rose quartz can be placed under running water. Not all stones are water friendly. And intention is everything. So if you don't have any of those methods to clear your crystals, you could even just write the word clear and cleanse on a piece of paper, put it with your crystal in a little box for 24 hours with the intention of it helping your crystal be cleared and cleansed. You can also charge your crystals in the moonlight or in the sunlight. I like to give my crystals a break too. I'll just put them in a box of sage for a little while to sort of give them a rest. So that's probably a lot of information about crystals. It kind of pours out of me, I'm sorry. So what I like to do when I'm trying to ground and balance is I will make sure if I'm sitting where my sits bones are on the floor. You know, you want to kind of just really feel connected to the floor. And then, you know, I like to take deep inhaling breaths, right? So in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I like to do that 3 or 4 times. It's really balancing and relaxing. Another thing with balancing, grounding, is that you're trying to stabilize yourself. And numbers have power. So when I'm trying to stabilize myself, I will often do things in 4s, because 4 is a number of stability. You know, just like most tables, most chairs have 4 legs. They help keep us stable. They help keep things even. So I will do 4 breaths if that is the purpose of what I'm doing. So in order to ground, I want you to imagine that you're a tree, right? So you're going to sit up tall. You're going to keep your legs flat if you can. If you're in hero's pose, up on your knees, just stay still. Again, keep your torso tall. And then you're gonna breathe, and I want you to visualize that there are roots coming down from your back, from your root chakra that's located right at the base of your groin. And that root chakra is red in color, and it's just expanding down in the form of roots, going down into the earth. Now you might be sitting outside, you might be, you know, on the first floor of your home where there's not a lot for it to go through, but I want you to imagine that those roots are going through all the levels. So if you're on a 2nd or 3rd floor, imagine it going through all the rooms of your home that it has to get to the earth. And then once it's gotten to the earth, imagine it digging down deep through all the layers of sediment, of rock, any running water going through the earth. It's going all the way down until it reaches the core of the planet. And I want you to imagine the core of the planet as this bright white energy ball. It's beautiful, right? It's the core of everything on this planet, keeping us all alive. And I want you to imagine that that bright white energy ball is sending energy up through your roots. And this energy's purpose is to help bind you to the earth. And when I say bind, I just mean stabilize you. You know, gravity keeps us on this planet, and without gravity, we would flutter off. So if we aren't grounded, mentally, physically, emotionally, we might start fluttering off. So this energy is going to help, like a magnet, pull us down towards the planet so that we can ground and stabilize. And then I just want you to sit with it. Breathing in through the nose for 4 and out for 4 and in for 4 and out for 4. Try to quiet your mind. Close your eyes and just imagine this energy exchange, this grounding sensation, being one with the earth, helping to solidify you, to stabilize you, to make you feel more secure. And remember that the tree is not just its roots. The trunk is tall and sturdy. Maybe if you're feeling a lot of energy from this experience, you want to lift your arms as if they are branches. And you can allow that energy to flow up and out your arms up to the sky. Like a release. Like the energy is coming up the roots, up through your torso, clearing out any of the feelings that are making you unsteady, and just allowing all of that which you don't need to rise up and out and leave your body. While the good, grounding, calming energy replaces it, allowing you to feel secure, comfortable, confident in the world around you. And when you feel ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes. I want to thank everyone for joining me. This was my first ever video, so be kind. First of many, more to